It seems that underneath the visible and dynamic image lies something invisible and static. This static thing could be seen as a template or mold. The mold creates or forms the image. Because the mold is static, the same image is created again and again. It appears to us that the images change, but underneath the apparent difference of the images lies something static. Here are two examples from The Shining and The Big Lebowski which show that there is a static thing underneath the apparent dynamic image. Here we see a pile of papers which lie in a box. The papers represent the apparent flow of images. The box represents the static container of the images. It represents the static mold which lies underneath and which creates or shapes the images. Now here's how Kubrick shows that underneath the apparent difference of the images there is something static. Wendy shoves away the papers, but the message on the paper, Jack's famous line, stays the same. No matter how deep Wendy digs into the pile of papers, it's the same message over and over again. So therefore we could say that the message is static. The box which contains the papers is like a mold, out of which the papers are formed. That's why the papers show the same message over and over again. In The Big Lebowski there's a similar shot, which shows that the image, which appears to be dynamic, is formed already by a static mold underneath the image. The dude moves his pencil on the paper, but it's not the dynamic pencil which creates the image. It's the mold underneath the pencil strokes that creates the image. The image seems to be formed out of a dynamic act, the act of moving the pencil, but the image actually already exists due to the static mold inside the paper. Also, both Wendy and the dude are shot from a very low angle right at the moment they realize the staticness underneath the apparent fluidness of the image, which is interesting because the angle of the shot actually contains the message. The message is the static thing beneath the image. We are now watching Wendy and the dude from beneath. Our point of view, therefore, is the message which is communicated to Wendy and the dude here. One final interesting thing is that the mold inside the paper was made by the point of a pencil, or the point of a cone. We could say the point of creation. Jackie Treehorn, who made the drawing with the point of a pencil, also walks into a point here, the point of a cone. It's the invisible point which lies beneath the visible. Therefore, the static mold made by the pencil's point is made visible by moving the pencil's side, and not the point. Therefore, it seems that the dude draws a picture here with his pencil, but actually the drawing already is there in the paper. And that's what the dude here literally makes clear to himself. The dude is not creating something here, although he's moving with his pencil on the paper. What the dude realizes here is the dynamic creative act actually is an act of revealing something that is already there. Thanks for watching.